What is up?
What's up? Yeah, guys.
So how do we already got a few or a comment in the where is it at with M Stanley?
Yes.
The ending I totally not expecting. Yeah. Thanks for coming back too. I know I remember him M Stanley being here a while ago. So it's been a little while. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that Miss Marvel because
wow. I mean, I want to rate the show, but that ending was like we've been waiting for this for forever. And the way they did it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like X-Men 97. Awesome.
Yeah, talk about perfect timing, man. Because what next is it next week?
Next
is
next week?
San Diego Comic-Con?
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, damn, see, you got so excited.
Choking.
There you go. Yeah. So that's what people said. Well, I know I won't get into it, but I had to go back and watch it.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good show. Thank you, Dynasty Fightlon. Make sure you go check them out. They just finished their stream with their fancy draft. So if you're a fantasy football player,
always the truth. Isn't that always what happens? They just finished getting off. They either just got off or they're about to get off. It's just always they're always on.
Well, I saw him down in the waiting room with us, giving us the finger. So I was like, "What? That's the love we get." But yeah, they're doing awesome stuff over there, man. But I mean, that's how it is with sports stuff. You always need to be on top of it, and those guys are always on top of it. So yeah. So if you're a fantasy football player of any kind of style, Dynasty, IDP, redraft, PPR, standard, all that stuff, they give good advice. So
there's no way I'm gonna let Martin beat me in our standard league ever again. It's not going to happen, guys. I got second place last time. I'm never going to allow it to happen again. I want him to beat me IDP. Dynasty, he can win. He's good. He knows what he's talking about. And we think too much alike for it to be a problem with Dynasty, but never again redraft. Never again.
Like, nope. Just set all the odds to go against them. Let me change a few settings and stuff like that.
You leave those guys alone. There are some handsome guys and know their stuff. Take these. Mark is pretty handsome.
Yeah.
You never see them both at the same time.
Yeah. He had his name Tink Crumley for a little while. That was awesome.
Oh boy. It's too much.
Yeah. Get some stuff going.
But yeah, guys, so we're going to, before we talk about Miss Marvel, we're going to do a few trailer reactions, and then we're going to get to the meat of it. I know everyone's waiting for Miss Marvel, but I feel like if we don't do the trailer reactions first, we're never going to be able to do it because Miss Marvel blew our mind, and it's the series finale. So I think that's
season finale.
Season finale. I'm sorry, season finale.
I mean, you never know. Yeah, we might not. We maybe might. I don't know. With the whole second season, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they set up the Marvels pretty well. And I have to ask you about what you think happened because I was watching it on a watch party last night. And everyone was arguing because no one knew exactly what happened.
I rewound it and watched it a couple times, because like my girlfriend was like, "Oh, did I hear a voice?" So we were seeing if we heard a voice, and then we watched this and did that, and we watched that post credit scene a few times.
The bracelet. It's like, what's the other bracelet, and who has the other? Is it her powers that we heard from the comics? Because she has the power to. I don't know. Let's get to that later. Let's do these trailer reactions, and then I want to ask all those questions because I feel like there's a lot of questions to be asked.
For sure. And then hopefully Brandon jumps on. I don't know if he's sleeping or what. But we'll do some trailers before that because I'm sure he has some opinions on everything. So.
I have to know because I mean he would know more than I would because I'm totally in the dark for a couple of things. So
yeah. But cool. Let's start with the trailers.
All right.
All right. Our first trailer came out a couple days ago, 2 days ago.
Yep.
And so this one's called Day Shift. Jamie Foxx, Dave Franco, and Snoop Dogg was in it. So when I first watched it, I was like, okay.
Am I high?
Right? I was like, what is this movie gonna be about? You know? So here, let me share the screen real quick. Yeah, that one it yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Isai. One of my buddies from high school.
Oh, that's
thank
awesome.
you, Isai. Thank you for stopping by, dude. Thank you. But yeah, let's watch this Day Shift. It's called. Let's get right into it. Let me know if you can hear it.
Yep, we're good.
Oh, no wonder. I was like, wait a minute.
Let's start right there.
It's ruined. Ruined part of the surprise.
It's gonna be a hot one in Los Angeles. So what's on the agenda today? My eyes are closed. Like every day.
What are you doing in my room?
Oh shit!
Hunting vampires.
So unexpected.
Who's on John Wick?
Money.
What?
Vampire hunting is a business. Cut necks and cash your checks. Well, things have changed since you got your ass kicked out the union. If I don't come up with 10K, my wife and my daughter are gonna move to Florida.
Hi, Dad. You're late again.
And the union is the only place that could give me that kind of money. Your record is chock full of incidents. But he's a new man. One last chance. This is your final warning. Let's get cracking. Oh, no! Vampires just tried to kill me. Now I just pissed my favorite fucking. Hey, everybody pisses themselves the first time. Really? Yeah. All right, no, but listen, look, you did. You know what I see when I see a vamp? Big old dollar sign. Hey, don't you puke in here. I swallowed it. Lock and loaded. Doggy dog in the motherfucking. Vampires. They're amongst us. And all they are is murderers. It's not Eclipse, New Moon, Breaking Dawn, Part 1. It ain't like that, all right?
Why do you know the names to all the specific Twilight films? The exciting conclusion of the whole Twilight saga.
Welcome to the Day Shift, motherfucker. Works every time. Murder was the case.
That month.
Wow, that's awesome.
Man.
I have so many things I was thinking about it. Like, first off, what's that the TV show that was on with Craig Robinson? The one that was on
the only one I can think of is with Craig Robinson. It just came out.
Yeah.
Right?
We were gonna watch, we were gonna talk about.
Yeah, and I just never the one where he's like hunting snakes in Florida.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Yeah.
It's on Peacock, right?
Yeah.
Something like what's it called?
Oh man, yeah. Killing it.
So I was like, that's the first thing I got is those killing it vibes. Like, oh, so you take the teeth and you get money for killing vampires. So all right, I see that. And he needs it to keep his daughter in town so she doesn't go off and move off on him. I was like, that's the same thing for killing it.
yeah, pretty much just replace vampires and the snakes or the pythons or whatever. Yeah.
Oh boy.
This trailer when I watched it, you see Jamie Foxx's name on it, and then you kind of see Snoop Dogg. You're like, okay, And then, the way it starts off, I'm like, oh, it's going to be some kind of like some heist robbing movie. And then he shoots her. I'm like, oh, what the? And then
does that the back man comes back up.
Man. I'm like, and then he goes killing vampires. I'm like, what? That was such a good trailer. Hopefully the show or the movie is as good as that trailer, but that trailer was
like,
was
why do
really
you know
good.
all the names to the Twilight movies?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. I think Dave Franco is he's pretty good. He's always kind of been stuck in his brother's shadow. Yeah. But he's pretty funny, man. He's pretty funny. I was trying to figure out, there's that one part he's like fighting a vampire that's like on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to see, I'm like, is that Brie Larson?
No.
Because that's his wife. Brie Larson is his wife from Community.
Yeah.
So I was trying to see, I'm like, is that her? And I couldn't tell. I feel like that would be kind of funny, but I don't think it's her though.
I just don't think she could do that.
I think she's pretty. Well, I mean, some of those other movies she's been in, she's been popping off on that. But I think it's gonna be a fun movie at the very least. Even if it's a half baked kind of story, I think we're gonna see some really cool ways that he kills vampires. From
the guy who taught John Wick how to kick ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hello. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Yeah. So that's gonna be on Netflix. So
I mean, that's a definite watch. I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good like Friday night, Saturday night kind of bored. The kids are asleep or something. You throw this on. It's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
Me and my wife are gonna enjoy watching that. Just so everyone understands, I say I have kids. I have a 5 and a 7-year-old. They're little kids. So when I say I can't let them watch certain things, it's because they're little kids. So I'm not gonna let them watch the vampires because I'll never get time to myself. They'll be awake every night.
Of them waking up with like is Snoop Dogg in the hallway with the cowboy hat on. Like, nah, he was a good guy.
I said, no, Daddy will never let that happen, baby. Don't worry about it. Not cowboy hats. That's where I draw the line.
It's not allowed in this house.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
All right, what else do you have for us?
Cool. Let's move on. So we'll save the best one for last.
Yeah.
So this one just came out today. A lot of people have feelings about it, but it is a Rob Zombie film. It is The Munsters. It finally came out. It dropped today. He kind of been hyping it up on Monday and Tuesday. And
before we watch it, I have to ask you a question. Did you watch The Munsters?
The original, like the show?
Yep.
Not a lot, but I remember watching some of the like just random episodes. Like I would turn it on and I would kind of like watch an episode here and there.
I don't remember if I watched it was Nick at Night or what, but I watched a lot of episodes of The Munsters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched a lot of them. So that's why when I saw Grandpa, I was like, hey, Grandpa. But I watched a lot of episodes of The Munsters. So I'm excited to see. I have not watched this
you haven't seen
this
it
trailer
yet?
at all. So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, yeah. I mean, The Munsters and Rob Zombie's kind of style of movies. Yep. So obviously I think you're expecting a certain kind of
exactly.
I
yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So we'll watch it and then we'll talk about it a little bit and then we'll talk about other people. Oh, man. So. Oh, it's Universal. They're gonna copyright claim it.
Oh,
they copyright claim everything.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and The Devil's Rejects, brings you the greatest love story ever told.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Think of it. The brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
Super genius.
Makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I can whip you up a humpy down in the lab.
Oh no! Remember what happened last time?
He was bad at
I'm gonna
That's kind
go.
of funny.
Okay.
Looking for a vision, a queen, true love.
What exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that you were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
If there's one thing I know, is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my
I
life.
hate his voice already.
Miss Lily is truly in love.
Oh, come on. You know and I know that we got to get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Greetings from Transylvania. That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
Couple months. Written and directed.
All right. So, as I said, I watched a lot of the Munsters. That looks horrible. It looks awful. It looks so bad. I'll probably go see it because I watch everything, but it looks so bad.
It does not look good, man.
The thing about Herman Munster, I can't remember who's the actor that is. Oh, it's Herman Munster. His voice is like synonymous with Herman Munster, and I don't know.
I don't know, but even like her voice,
It's like Fred Gwynn or something like that. Who's Herman Munster?
Look it up. Yeah, Fred Gwynn.
Yeah. You can hear him, and he has that voice. And it's a deep voice.
Yeah.
It just is synonymous with it. It made sense, and it was kind of goofy and all that stuff. And then, you know, the one cousin who's like just a regular normal girl, all that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
This does not seem cool at all. So I don't know what's going to happen. Rob Zombie, okay.
Yeah. I mean, even the actress who played Lily Munster, what was her name? DiCarlo, was it Vanya or Yanni DiCarlo?
Yeah,
I mean, she was. I don't want to say she was like a sex icon, but she was like.
She was though.
Definitely one of the like like that it actress in in the 60s, stuff like that. Not in the 60s. Yeah, right?
No, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, I'm like, wait. Yeah. Like in the 60s. I mean, even like still now today, a lot of like people who love horror, like find her still as like one of those like a pinup kind of like model-ish,
Yep, I agree. I don't.
And then he puts his wife in everything, which is fine. But just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
Honestly, it looks like it should be on Paramount, or it should be one of those.
Yeah. This should be like a Hulu exclusive or something like that.
It's too good for Hulu's. Too good for that. I feel like it should be like I'll tell you, like Paramount. What's the other one? The one we were just talking about? Peacock. That's what it looks like. It looks like a Peacock exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, even so I put this trailer on our Facebook group, Spoiler Kings over on Facebook. And my sister, who's a pretty big, I don't say not, well, she likes the Rob Zombie films, but she's made like some really good ones, like the whole House of a Thousand Corpses. Yeah. and even the first Halloween he did was pretty good. The second one was kind of weird. But El Super Beasto, I don't know if you ever seen that.
I have.
I
I just work the
fucking
family
love.
family videos.
Oh yeah,
Watch
sure.
all type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I mean that is not a family friendly video, but El Super Beasto is
These are House of a Thousand Corpses.
House of a Thousand Corpse, and all that stuff. So he has some good movies. This I even my sister was like, I like all this stuff, and this looks bad. This looks horrible. I'm like, yeah. I mean, people are saying it looks like a fan film. I think even Brandon said that. Like, it looks like a fan film. It looks like it's too much. I don't know.
It almost doesn't look believable. Like someone put him up to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's something that no one's asking for. So it really is, but it's really, really old. So I was like, cool. It does have a fan base still. So if you can deliver, it could be good. Like, you have a fan base, but the normal people who like his stuff are not like it.
It's like I said, I watched it on Nick at Night. So if you watch Nick at Night, I grew up on it on that stuff. So Green Acres, I watched the Munsters, I watched all that stuff. This is terrible. It just does not look good at all. I don't know. I don't know how I could be a fan of it. I don't know, but I'll still see
it. I'll see. We're part of that. We're part of that A-list thing on AMC now. So now we get 3 movies. So maybe
that's why you say you feel like sometimes you just have to go see it. Like, might as well go see it. At least I'll see it in Dolby.
I'm gonna go to the dine-in one and just have like a burger and watch it.
It's all right. Even then, you go like, I'm leaving. I can't do this
halfway
anymore.
through. I'm like, It just, I don't know, the camera angles, the way she talked was like it was trying too hard to be what the show was in, the 60s.
It's like
So
70s, 60s, yeah.
The 70s. I'm trying to remember when it came out. Yeah, so I don't know. It just like it felt like a parody almost.
Exactly
Instead
what it
of,
like.
yeah. So that was kind of disappointing, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he's got fans that love him no matter what. So we'll see if that works out. Cool. Want to get on to our last trailer?
Yep. Hopefully this one's good. So Monsters came out in 64 and lasted to 66. So
2 years.
Yeah.
Not too bad for a show back then. I'm trying to think of like shows that didn't really last.
I mean, I said Green Acres. Was it the Patty Duke show?
Yeah.
You can lose him. The Dick Van Dyke. How long Dick Van Dyke?
Dick Van Dyke, yeah.
He's the man.
How long? Even then, 61 to 66, 5 years.
And that's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was it old Rob?
Did I guess it was 5 seasons in 5 years. So
I mean, Mary Tyler Moore being his wife is awesome. So
yeah,
whatever. That was the Mary Tyler Moore show. So I'm saying all these shows only lasted so long. So whatever.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick and Nike. Yeah. Thanks for keeping me up during my childhood.
Yeah, right. Touching the classics. What's up, Loki? He said, just getting off work. Slide through, check the crew out. What's good? And not much. I was watching a few trailers, and then we're gonna talk about this Miss Marvel finale.
I cannot wait. I'm still like,
yeah,
like a volcano
going through these trailers quick.
Off. Exactly, we're flying through them.
Yeah, we really are. We are. So, yeah, we got one more trailer we're gonna watch. So if you want to stick around,
this one's
and then
a good
we'll get
one,
to Miss Marvel. Yeah. All right. So our last trailer. We're a little bit late on it. Wait, did I find the right trailer? I might have found the wrong trailer.
We got to make sure
Hold
this,
on.
this is going to be it's supposed to be epic. So
Okay.
that's why I was looking at
Yeah, I pulled up the
IMDb.
wrong one. Yeah. Because there's one that came out July 8th, so a few days ago. That's the one we want to watch.
Yep.
So, all right.
Coming out
'Cause I was like, wait,
September
which one?
2nd. Let's go.
Yeah. So we're doing we're gonna watch Lord of the Rings, Ring of Power. It's gonna be an Amazon Prime series. So
Well, hold on. Before we start
we'll
this, I almost want you to read this.
what do you say? I just watched the John Campia video. He had y'all on there. Congratulations. What? 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 What?
I was watching John Campia too.
I was watching part of it today, but like I'm usually at work and it would kind of bounce back and forth. I know he was doing something live not too long ago. Dude, if you got that video, send me the video.
That would be amazing. So we'll
Yeah.
post that everywhere. So all right,
Oh
let's
my
watch this
God.
video and then let's go from there.
Wait, I saw his. I'm gonna let it pop up here on StreamYard because I have YouTube like on my thing on my desktop, so I get the notifications first. He showed you our reaction to his comment.
That was funny though. That was so funny.
So as soon as I finished that stream, or as soon as we finished the stream, I went on and I cut out the parts where we're like fanboying over John Campia. And it's like about a minute long, and I threw it up on Twitter and stuff like that, and on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, this is why you come check it out. You never know who's gonna pop in. But yeah, dude, I've been watching him since
For years.
AMC,
Yeah,
and then he did his own thing, and that's ballsy, man. I mean, you went from AMC, which was, I mean, he was on everybody's radar at that point, and then he went and did his own thing, and yeah, that's ballsy to me because you have a good thing, but you're not in charge of it.
Yep.
And he went and made his own thing, and yeah,
did an amazing job.
Yeah, AMC Collider. That's what's up, exactly, man. Yeah. So, yeah, I like his crew too. What's the guy's name with the beard? He does his own little show on it too.
Him and then the girl. Oh my goodness, I liked her comments or her opinions. Well, whatever. Yeah. Let's go to reaction and then
I gotta watch that. Yeah, yeah, I gotta find that because I'm like super geek now. All right, let's get into Lord of the Rings one.
The skies are strange.
Oh my God! How many black people are in this trailer? The Lord of the Rings.
Rings of Power. That's tomorrow. another teaser. We're playing this teaser to get you ready for another one.
I'm just saying. I've watched Lord of the Rings. I watched all of them. I watched Boba Baggins. I've seen all of them. I've never seen that many black people in one little trailer. I've never seen that many. That's amazing.
That is kind of funny. And there you go. He goes, I was hyped for y'all. That's awesome, man. We appreciate that. Oh man, yeah, that's awesome. Amazon Prime show, yeah.
Amazon Prime is doing so well. I'm loving Amazon Prime, especially now when they're talking about this Netflix. Talking about Netflix getting commercials. I'm like, man, I might become a Prime guy. I might become a Prime all the way.
Prime is getting it. Yeah, I watch all of them, but Fellowship of the Ring is my favorite, if that's what it's called. Fellowship of the Ring, yeah, because I believe that is the
third.
Is that the third one? No, that was the second one.
Second, you're right. Second is right. You're right.
Because isn't like
Yeah,
Fellowship of the Ring
more
was the
than
first one,
2001.
then Two Towers of Return of the King. Because I was like,
Yep.
wait, Return of the King I know is the last
Fellowship of
one.
the Ring is the
Yep.
first one.
Yeah, Fellowship was
Yeah.
the first one.
You're right.
Which they're epic, man. They're really, really good.
Aragon and Frodo and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
The boys,
He says
Lord
the
of the
second
Rings.
one.
Yeah, I'm sorry where it's at. Oh, so yeah, the two towers, twin towers, two towers.
Two Towers.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard for me because whenever I watch one, you kind of like as soon as you're watching one, you're like shit, and then you just watch them all, and they usually play them like on TNT, all like back to back.
It's 9 hours of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I know, right? And then you add the Hobbit in there,
and then you add the Hobbit, exactly. So
with
now you're talking
all
about
the cuts and everything.
But that looks amazing, and I think that we're going to be really. This is lucky that we're getting to see this, and I'm glad Amazon is stepping up.
Yeah, so a lot of people though were complaining about it because I believe the what's it called, like the frames per second or refresh rate or something like that. It's set like at 60 FPS, frames per second, and it gives you really can't tell on stream. But if you watch it on your computer or something like that with a better resolution, because we're kind of stuck at 720, it has this weird like fake look to it almost. You know what I mean? So it's BET with the Medea movie.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, the TBS is always playing Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's funny. That's
funny.
good.
That's funny. You just know what channels are playing certain things. Medea's on BET. Some Hobbit, Lord of the Rings is on TBS. TNT or FX got Thor or something going on,
or Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Sci-Fi might have one of them on too. So I'm just like,
yeah,
always got it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm excited though, man. It looks good. It looks really, really good. Super excited. FX Marvel movies, yeah.
And then it's like real quiet during the actual movie, and then the commercial comes on and starts screaming at you. You're like, "What? Always FX? I don't understand." That's the commercial screaming at me.
Yeah. But I mean, one thing when the first teaser dropped, was it February? I think February, January. It was getting a lot of certain kind of people upset because they're like, "There's no black people in Middle Earth." Like, you're cool with a walking, talking tree, but no, you draw the line with like a black person. I was like,
that's exactly what it is. That's why I was looking at the trailer like, wow, this is amazing. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah. Even as he goes, yeah, might looks good, might rewatch the original trilogy. Yeah. Yeah, the original trilogy. So this one is supposed to be obviously a prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
So it's this meteor or whatever crashes. Is that what, like, the metal they use to forge the rings or something? I didn't read the book, so I don't know if there's a lot of previous lore, in the books that they don't get into in the movies. But I'm trying to remember even if they even talk about that in the movies.
I don't think they even talk about that, but I think I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that, it has a entire. Remember, I like to talk about universes, so I believe, like I told you, Harry Potter, Star Wars. I believe there's a lot of room in the Lord of the Rings universe for these type of reactions and to expand the world, and go from there. So I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Talking about elves and I'm all for it.
Yeah. It's always fun. If it's well done, and I think if they take care of the IP, I think it could be good. You know what I mean? It could definitely be good. Will this be
Amazon's great Game of Thrones?
I think so. I think so. Yeah. I mean, you already got like
makes sense.
The Boys, which is kind of their own MCU kind of thing, but that doesn't hold back. So, is this going to be the Game of Thrones kind of thing that also maybe has a better ending? Well, I guess where it leads to, though, right? I mean, because it's a prequel, so you're kind of stuck in that box that prequels do. So, But
I think, as I always say, let's enjoy the journey.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
not worry about it. Let's enjoy the journey and see where it takes us. Let's go.
Yeah. Everyone always gets so worked up about like, oh well, you're changing canon, blah blah blah.
Just was like
Black Noir.
He's not dead.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's gonna show up like what's his name, the Inquisitor, Grand Inquisitor.
Exactly.
In the beginning of the episode, he goes, oh look, whatever he said.
He's gonna hold a sign up.
Yeah. I think, man, I can see them doing that just because they make fun of so many other things, and so many people were upset about the Grand Inquisitor. Like, oh, how many stomachs does he have? I can see Black Noir is like, oh yeah, no, he just grew another stomach. Like, I can see them doing something stupid like that because.
That's funny.
So, yeah, I heard they're doing something with him from the creator of the show.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. You don't let that kind of character die like that. I mean, he didn't have any except for that one part of an episode. Black Noir really didn't have a lot going on this season.
I mean, well, anytime you have cartoon characters coming out of your mind,
yeah. I mean, that was it.
They're not going to let him go without more of that.
Yeah, you can get crazy Joker, crazy kind of style with stuff like that,
Exactly.
But yeah, he's the same thing with I forgot who I was telling. Somebody was saying like, oh, Butcher's gonna die season 4. I'm like, no, he ain't.
He's gonna get original comp. He's gonna get the full V, and he's gonna become a superhero for real. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Brightburn really gone. Be with the boys. Season 4 can't wait. Yeah,
it's exactly what's happening. Except it's gonna be written well.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be Brightburn, but good.
All right.
Oh man,
I think we waited long enough. That was 40 minutes. We did our trailers. Let's go.
All right. Welcome to Spoiler Kings. We are talking about the finale, the Miss Marvel episode 6 finale.
Episode 6 finale.
Yeah. 6 finale. Man, I we'll save the post credit maybe a little bit so we don't spoil it right away, because there is a very big post credit and something that is said at the end of the episode. Yeah. Just do it up.
Oh man.
Yeah. So there we go. Just ruined it all.
But here's my question for you first. The series is over. What did you feel about the series? How did you rate the series?
Okay, you want to get right into the ratings?
I want to know that. What do you think about the series as a whole?
Okay. Let me pull this up then. Well, just for our rating system, I'm definitely gonna give this one a now. Who was talking about it? I think we were talking about it when we all met up this past weekend, and I think Brandon said this show like had no business being this good. And I'm like, that is true. Like, because this show came out of nowhere. So many people were talking shit about it before it came on, like, oh, it's for kids, it's for teenagers, blah blah blah, and it was way more than that. And it was good from beginning to end. Had some parts that were a little like silly, but I think silly because she's a kid.
Yeah, some things were CW-ish, but I think they still held their own. Still held their own.
Yeah, so definitely super fun and enjoyable. If you're a big fan of her in the comics, better than Moon Knight. Ooh,
I liked Moonlight. So I'm probably one of the few people that really liked Moonlight. So I don't know.
I gotta say it was. I think it had a better story than Moon Knight, but Moon Knight had better acting. I mean, Oscar Isaac, come on.
Oscar Isaac's so good.
Yeah,
I also think, but Miss Marvel is more enjoyable. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
what about you?
All right. So if you like the comic book, this is not a good show. They change your powers. None of the stuff goes for the comic books. It doesn't necessarily make sense. It's timing is a little bad. I think the writing is not great. There's some times where you're waiting for the writing to catch up, and it's not all the way there, and that's what makes you feel CW-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But the history they had behind it, I love seeing by the partition and seeing her go back in the past, and the connection you have. If you're a parent, you know how that connection with your parents and you and your children, how you see yourself reliving the same thing over and over again. And you never really get past being that kid, and seeing that connection and seeing how our parents accepted her and seeing how the family accepted her and going through that journey with them was so very cool. So, once again, because I'm a parent, I'm so into that. And I love it. It also, I'm not this huge Miss Marvel comic, person. I enjoy the route they took us. So I have no problem with this show. And I think it's a now, but I understand. So I watch other YouTubers, everything always. I was watching that as a watch party. He hates it. Oh. He literally gave it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, he literally gives a 5 out of 10. But he hates it.
Why did he hate it? It was because they retconned so much of the character.
He says the writing is bad.
Really?
So overall, the writing was bad. The story was good and the writing was bad, if that makes any sense. The story, the way they're doing it, but the writing for individual people was not as good. So I understand people that have that opinion, but I enjoy it. For me, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the writing, it didn't need to be complicated. Like Moon Knight, got kind of complicated.
Complicated.
Just for a lot of reasons, it got complicated. This was just it didn't need to get crazy. No multiverses, no other dimensions or anything, and it was just I think we said it after that second episode, very Spider-Man-y, very kind of stuff like that.
Exactly.
So and Spider-Man's simple. He gets bit, he gets powers, and now he has to deal with being a kid in school, not telling his family, and also being a superhero.
It was very Spider-Man into the last episode, which she changed all that.
Yeah. So this last episode, but yeah, I mean, the writing, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't. It didn't. I don't know. I don't.
It didn't affect you that much, and I, as I said, I loved learning history and things that aren't talked about a lot, and understand Pakistani and Indian, and knowing the difference and seeing how they're dealing with that. And I loved Bruno being in the middle of that and how he's so accepting of everything. And I like, Nakia. I loved all those things. Cameron, I love that. I think they could have did more, going in depth more, but it's only 6 episodes. This is just like Disney Plus. I feel like it just gives you taste, gives you a little taste. That's what it is. It's not like giving you a full meal. It's giving you a taste of something so you can enjoy the movie when it comes out. And I think it did what it's supposed to do. And I'm way more excited for the Marvels than I ever would have been without this show. So I think that it did its job, and for me, that'd be a now.
Yeah. I mean, I know you talked about the family dynamics a little bit. I was expecting them, especially from the beginning of the show, they were going to be super hard on her. They weren't going to accept her for this, and they were going to do that kind of stereotypical kind of trope that they do with especially with immigrant family. Yeah. It's no, you can't do that. You can't be that.
Wasn't that cool that you can see they still be Muslim, but still be accepting? And everything you think, all the things you think of as a Muslim culture would be, is not that. They're just like you. And that's what I kept on getting. We're just like you. We're all humans. So understand that from the beginning. And it's okay for her to be Muslim and still be proud of being Muslim. And that's okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And also, I mean, it doesn't matter what religion or race or whatever you are. It's like parents care about their kids. You know what I mean? And generational trauma happens. It's So stuff like that. I really enjoyed that they didn't go down that route of them like, no, you can't do this, and they try to stop her. Instead, they lifted her up and they gave her the confidence and the encouragement. And I was like, man, that is so much more better than going the route every other show tends to go with and she has to escape and run away again and stuff like that. So I don't know.
All right, so
I definitely give
that's
it a now.
Series for you. Now I want to know specifically what you think about this episode.
Ooh. Man, it was good. I don't know if it was my favorite episode, minus the last
5 minutes,
3 minutes, 5 minutes. So if we take those parts out, because there's a part where it goes 1 week later. If you take that out and then the post credit out, it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I think her getting her suit from her mom, because the whole time I'm like, Bruno's gonna make it because he made her the mask. I mean, he's gonna make it. It coming from her mom means so much more, because she got the power and the knowledge and the confidence to be who she was from the grandmother, and then the acceptance from the mother with the costume
and the name from her dad.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. So I thought all that like wrapped up very nicely for her. Like that. So I really enjoyed that.
Blew up, and they didn't even say anything about it again. Like, oh yeah, good luck. What? That was it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. But there's a few parts, because I did enjoy it. I thought it was super fun. There's a few parts where they're about to get attacked by the damage control, and she has time to write, like literally draw out on a chalkboard, like what they're gonna do, say what they're gonna do. It felt very Ocean's 11-ish, kind of heisty kind of thing. Like, I'm gonna tell you the plan as we do the plan, kind of. Like, it didn't ruin it, but it was also like, so you have time to get a chalkboard, draw
each
all
one, not like write like bullet points, like draw each character individually what they're doing exactly.
Go get everything you need for this Home Alone, kind of like plan you're doing, and stuff like that. But
her brother was just able just to walk in and just walk into the school. Damage control couldn't do nothing, but her brother just walked in like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah, he's like, I stuck through the window. I was like, what? And then those were like some of the tropes that they tend to do, stuff like that. And then this like military-ish kind of group of the government, the damage control, are they just like stormtroopers? Like, are these like the ancestors of stormtroopers? Because like they can't shoot anything, they just like are chasing like kids around, and it was funny. There's one point where like they shoot each other.
They told them like, leave him alone, and they still didn't leave him alone, and I felt like that was weird. Because one thing I did not like about the show, there was not a bad guy. Remember we were talking about this last week?
Yeah.
Who's the bad guy? There wasn't a bad guy. That's just what it was.
Yeah. It was her. What's her name? Whatever, with the stupid haircut she had. I hated her. You just wanted to punch her. Like, again, she walks into the mosque and disrespects the mosque, with wearing her shoes and like, we're gonna kick down doors, and so I'm like, man, you just suck.
IDs out. Everyone had the ID out. Let's go. We know.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely a message, like a statement on brown people in America.
Hey, that's why I've been taught. When you get pulled over, you have your ID out on the dashboard already. But that's what they had it ready. So she came in and asked for it. They all had it. Let's go. We have it here. Here's our IDs. Let's go.
Yeah. Even the part she's like, oh, we're looking for a 15-year-old boy, Pakistan,
19-year-old Pakistani boy, like Muslim faith, and it was like, everyone.
every male in this building right now. Like,
it's like coming to me us and say like I'm looking for a black guy, 28 that's height of 5'5" and 6'5", the ages of 18 to 50.
Yeah,
okay,
anywhere between 100 to 300 pounds. So it's like
that is 98% of every black person in America. It's just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, so yeah, stuff like that was kind of a little goofy, but it didn't ruin the show for me. You know,
It seemed a little rushed. This episode seemed rushed, and she really didn't talk to Cameron about his mother. Really talk about his mother and how she sacrificed and what that meant about sacrificing and why he should trust her. Like he didn't even get the full anger out. You know, like I felt like there's so much that was weird.
Yeah. That thing was like, well, also one thing I know, well, my girlfriend had told me when he keeps asking what happened to my mom, he starts getting a little irritated by not getting an answer, which I get that. I'm like, Dad, that's reasonable. But then her response was the stupidest response. I was like, you're like, oh, she did what she wanted to do and she ruined everything. It was like, what? Like
she said she did what she came out to do, and then and it broke a hole through a fabric of time, whatever. And it was so a bad answer, and didn't tell him at all what happened. And he
got more angry about it, you know? I just feel like, hey, she sacrificed herself to save you and the world. You know?
Simple.
Yeah. You know, details later, you know, as we're running away for our lives right now, you know. But yeah. I mean, I guess that was a good thing they didn't do because they did that in Moon Knight. They're like, no, we're stopping right now, and you tell me exactly what I want to know. It was like, no, there's people gonna come kill us. I don't care.
Yeah, hey, you've been in that a relationship like that. Come on. I don't care what you said. We will stop right here. You will tell me everything right now. But there are people with guns chasing us. So
it don't matter. I'm gonna kill you if you don't tell me. What's up, Marie Savage? What's up? Thank you. Thank you, man. We're talking about Miss Marvel right now. So spoilers and everything. Well, we haven't got to the big finale yet.
Well, I just didn't like what they did with Bruno. So did you notice also in the episode, so Bruno left a note in Kamala's locker, but they never addressed that.
Yeah.
And we just know that he's going out the Caltech way, but never addressed the note that he left in her locker.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. It was very quick.
Mm-hmm.
Watching. So there you go. We got Savage coming in saying, "I just got done watching it. Perfect." So, yeah, let's know how you liked it.
Yeah,
what you thought about the whole series and then this episode. So, but yeah, we're holding off for the 1 week later part and the post credit part. So we'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
I was disappointed in Damage Control. I was disappointed that we didn't get Monica Rambeau. I was disappointed that she wasn't somehow there in one of the government agencies. I was very happy about the whole family thing. I was very happy about her costume. I was very happy that she was able to learn how to use her power so fast. I was surprised that Cameron was able to figure out his at all, because it took her like 5 episodes to figure out how to do stuff that he figured out in like 5 minutes.
I mean, I'll give it to him. He's older and he's around people that have powers, maybe.
But he never had them. And how did he know that a drone was following him? That meant they followed me. How? Like, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, there was things like that definitely felt rushed. I don't get why Disney puts themselves in a 6-episode box all the time. You can literally make a 24-episode series, like season, if you want. Why are you doing 6? You know, I don't
Why
get
didn't
it.
you learn from Wanda? Give us 9 to 10 episodes.
I feel like that's a good number.
Yeah, it gives you long enough to make a problem, create the problem, find a solution, and get all of our information, and they rush it through 6. I mean, I loved Loki. I know a lot of people that didn't like Loki, but I loved Loki. I feel like the only problem I had with it was just only 6 episodes. Once
Yeah.
again, you know,
Yeah, Loki is still my favorite Disney Plus MCU
Easy.
show.
Easy.
But yeah, people saying they hated it. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what some people expect.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
but yeah, I mean, this one from this episode, I knew what I wanted. There's some things I didn't get, like you said. Rambo. I was kind of hoping to see her, kind of come in and save the day, but it wasn't too bad. And then what was it with I just had a brain fart. Oh my god, I don't know.
Ooh.
Savage said Loki was awesome, ready for season 2. Yeah, they're filming it.
Yeah,
they're filming it.
And Love and Thunder should have had Loki in it. I don't care what you guys say. Should have had Loki in it. That's what it should.
Post credit.
Post credit. Yeah. Nothing big. Just
even mention his name.
Yep.
Mention his name. But yeah, it is what it is. Man, there was something about this episode I was gonna say and I forgot.
I mean, Nakia is that her name? That she was able to come back and their whole conversation was like, "You told me everything. You supposed to tell me anything." And I'm sorry. Okay, I forgive you.
Yeah. I mean, at least her reasoning wasn't bad. It was like, hey, you hate superheroes, and I became a superhero.
Yeah.
So I get that's at least understandable. It's like, I don't know how you're gonna react. You saying you hate this, and I am now part of this. I don't want to lose our friendship. So I was like, okay, it's not the worst reason why you want to tell somebody. Yeah, agreed with that. So.
Oh, well, what about the girl, her friend, the one that she not friend,
Zoe.
the girl that Zoe that she saved, keeping that secret, knowing that was her, that was pretty cool. I like that. I was like, oh man, the person you thought that was a terrible person kept a secret because you saved her life. It was actually a good person. I thought that was great.
It reminded me of she reminded me of from Spider-Man also. Brock, not Brock.
Yeah. No.
Who's the bully? I'm having a brain fart.
The one who's always on have all the followers and everything, and talk about Spider-Man is my hero. He's my best friend, and but Peter Parker sucks.
Yeah. He was the fake friend.
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, she reminded me of that.
I just thought that Bruno was rushed. The whole saying goodbye to him, and then he has nowhere to live. Did he stay with his grandparents? Did we ever see his grandparents? His grandparents have nowhere to live either. No one talked about this. No one was saving the day.
Did he? I had to go back and watch it because I gotta see like who's he living with. Because was it the grandparents?
I think it's his grandparents.
Yeah.
And did they get blown up? Are they gone? Like I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean the bad guys were definitely. I expected them. That was another thing. Oh, that was what I was gonna say. So the damage control's there, and she disobeys the orders of pulling back because obviously the guy on the phone made the right call. He's like, don't make this a scene. You're going to go in there and beat up on some kids at a high school, like in front of everybody in their own neighborhood and stuff like that. I was like, don't do this, And that was obviously the right call. And she, for some reason, like, has to be the boss. I guess I don't know. She just looked like a Karen. She did.
She made such a bad decision. Like, I understand if like you is Home Alone and Kamala had like pants you in front of everybody somehow, but like there was no connection besides you trying to find her right then. So why are you disagreeing with him?
Yeah,
like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but then the thing was, so he told her not to do it. She winds up doing it anyway, and Zoe made an Instagram video and told like kind of all her followers what's happening. So all the neighborhoods came out and tried to stop them and this and that. You're telling me this captain or guy in charge of the CDC of whatever station that is like what? Like you're not gonna like she just disobeyed your order. You're not gonna go down there and handle it. And the whole time I was waiting, when they shot the big gun at the end, I was waiting for him to show up. He's like, hold on. It was
I
like,
was waiting for
but
Monica Rambeau. I thought that she might have been part of it. That they sent her down there because of similar powers, and sent her down there to come in as damage control for real.
yeah, like
I was waiting for.
control. Yeah. There's some parts where you were, like you said, we were waiting for somebody to come in and stop it. But it wound up being Miss Marvel, saving the day, which was good. But yeah, that was the only thing I was like, so all these people in the neighborhood came out, but he didn't come out. And also, you don't tell anybody else, like, hey, like, cancel it. You tell the only one person, and then no one else knew. I guess I don't know. That was just like some silly stuff, but those are just like details. I think, if you want to like really really nitpick the episode, but it didn't ruin. When you're watching it, you're sitting and watching it for the first time. It was super enjoyable. Like she got the little big arms and long legs kind of thing going on. That was kind of fun to watch, and she was a great actress.
She's her smile was infectious.
She's adorable. She's such an adorable. Yeah.
So when Cameron went back to what's the other kid's name? Back in Pakistan,
the Red Dagger.
Yeah,
kid. Yeah.
Was the Red Dagger kid like on the boat? Like Cameron got there really, really fast. Kamal took like 28 hours to get there. He got there like really, really fast. Like I didn't understand. I got a guy who will pick him up, and then he was just like there. What?
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of funny though.
It's like this stuff doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're going like halfway around the world. Because that's like on a boat. I mean, at some point you gotta like either go by land or air. You can't go by boat the entire way. So, I don't know. I mean, it's what just crossing the Atlantic. Well, would you cross the Atlantic? Yeah, right.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, you wouldn't do the
Atlantic
Pacific.
and then
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, and they're on. Yeah, and they're in Jersey, so yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, but it's like stuff like that is like I always assume like you don't know how much time has passed. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of one of those weird things with it, but overall, it was super fun. I liked it.
All right, but let's talk about the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, let's hit this. All right, you want to lead this one?
No, I want to react to it, but I want you to set this up because I was like, what the hell?
All right, yeah. So Miss Marvel, Kamala, she saves the day, and all that good stuff, gets her name, and then it cuts to it says 1 week later, cuts to the friends, Nakia, Kamala, and Bruno. And they're just kind of hanging out in front of their car, or Cameron's car. Yeah. And he goes to Bruno goes to Kamala and tells her, he goes, hey, remember when I told you it's coming from you, the powers? Well, it's a little bit different. There's something different about your genes because your parents don't have it. Only you have it. And then he kind of like started to stutter. He goes, it's kind of almost like a mutation. And then that was literally what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oh my gosh! And then when you hear the 1997 theme coming out, my X-Men theme coming out, I was like, wow, they really went there. They went full mutant. First time in Marvel to ever mention mutants.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, holy shit, yeah. Big time. I mean, which pissed off a ton of people on Twitter. A ton of people. Because they're just like, oh, so that's it with Inhumans and humans don't exist. I was like, relax, man. Like, you're already like,
look, guys, we all know Inhumans didn't work as a series. Didn't work as a movie. Shut up.
But I mean, it also doesn't technically change it. It's like, what if she was, introduced to the Terrigen, and her parents weren't, or the rest of her family was? He said it's a mutation. He didn't call her a mutant. So I think there might be a little, little Star Wars from a certain point of view type of shit going on. Because she has it in her genes. Maybe you find out later she was exposed to the mutant or to the Terrigen, and it affected her and that, this I don't know. I mean, or they just go flat out and make her a mutant.
I think they do. I think
but
this is the best way to introduce it. They're just going to make Miss Marvel a mutant. That's just what it is.
Yeah. And I'd be cool with that. I mean, you can always introduce Inhumans later.
Or not at all.
I think they will, because I think there's some good stories that you could really get with Inhumans, but I think you have to introduce mutants first. You have to introduce X-Men.
Inhumans only was introduced because Marvel didn't have the X-Men as part of their property. Now that they have X-Men as part of their property, they are going to skip in mutants, and they're going to go right to X-Men and have mutants in Inhumans. That's what's going to happen.
I can see them doing it. I mean, we know Inhumans exist because of Multiverse of Madness, and Black Bolt was there, so we know that it's a thing. But yeah, I mean, you got a new shiny toy, like the shiniest, biggest, best toy. So yeah, you got to really, start showing that off.
Exactly.
Dude, I can't wait till next weekend. Because next weekend is Comic-Con, at DCC, and I'm gonna talk to you guys off air, but I wouldn't mind going live like Saturday night, Friday night, maybe even Sunday evening. Because I think there's gonna be some crazy.
It's gonna be huge announcements, and they're going to put. I think they're huge announcements. They're going to put on YouTube 10 minutes afterwards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Be there.
Yeah. So, but so that's the first one, man. I mean, if they make her a mutant, I don't mind it. I mean, they already changed her powers, so if they change her origin of what she is, I'm cool with that. I don't see what the big deal is. If I don't know, or they can even say like, oh, she has this thing, but she doesn't have the powers yet, right? So she's not a mutant because nothing.
Or her powers
yet.
are going to continue to grow. Yeah. So you have the Bengal, and has these things. Because has mutated cells, whatever it is in her DNA, her powers are going to continue to grow, and that's what's going to happen. And how do I know that? Because of the second scene, second part of
the post credit.
Yeah. So, what do you think happened there?
Well, explain it.
All right. So, I hope I'm not missing any parts, but we go back to Kamala, and she's in her costume, whatever. And how did she get blown back? Like I remember her just flying through the wall.
Yeah, so she was in her room. She went to go lay down, like she was like tired or stressed, and then the Bengal starts. It starts a different color and everything,
and it changed, and all of a sudden. You see her fly through the wall, and she comes back, and she's Brie Larson. Like, whoa, what just happened? And I wasn't sure if she was saying, whoa, what just happened because Brie Larson switched places with Kamala, or whoa, what just happened? Kamala shapeshifted into Brie Larson. And I'm not sure which one actually happened, because remember, Kamala only has one of the bracelets. What if Brie Larson has the other bracelet? And they actually switched places.
That's what I took it as. Yeah. I took it as they like teleported, like spots,
But understand, one of her original powers, because you just say she's a mutant, and her powers will continue to grow. And one of Miss Marvel's original powers is being able to, what was it called, to transform into other people.
Is it? Yeah. I don't know anything about Miss Marvel.
That's one of her powers.
Yeah.
And so that's why I didn't know which one.
Yeah. I was looking up. So extend her limbs, alter her appearance, and shift into several other manners.
And people. She can change. So upon emerging from her Terrigen a Cocoon looking like her role model Carol Danvers in the current Captain Marvel, so she can shapeshift into that. So I don't know if that's her changing places, teleporting, or did she just shapeshift into Captain Marvel? I don't know which one happened. And from what I gather, no one else knows either which one has actually happened, because that's
my thing
was
was
her powers, her original powers.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I took it as her reaction to seeing all the Captain Marvel, merchandise and stuff like that. I took it as like, oh shit, where am I, kind of thing,
But
because she seemed like where she was surprised on where she was at. Like
Captain Marvel wouldn't have ran away, but she was looking at her hands, and she was like, "Why are my hands this color?" And I didn't know, because I'm telling you, I think she could shapeshift. She's a shapeshifter, and in the comic, she's shifted into Carol Danvers before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying,
okay, maybe
that's possible too.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
But because of that, because the way they said you're a mutant, so your powers are going to continue to grow, and then the next half of that scene is her either teleporting or shape-shifting, which is her the real power she's supposed to have.
Mm-hmm. If it's just shape-shifting, I don't know how they would tie in actual Carol Danvers with it. You know what I mean? Because then it's just her doing her own thing with just these new powers. If she gets teleported, I can see them obviously directly impacting each other. Because she's gonna go downstairs and I think obviously all her family knows who she is because of Kamala. And she's
her
like,
dad
where's
remember
our daughter?
we talking about Miss Marvel, her dad didn't know.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think if it's a teleport, I think it'll be more interesting than the shape shifting. But the shape shifting would be cool though too.
Because I mean that's part of her original powers.
Yeah.
Or did she teleport because her bangle is actually part of the 10 rings? Like, there's so many things you could go out and say. So many ways to connect everything together.
Yeah. Well, remember when they first found the bangle, the great grandmother found the bangle, it was on a blue arm, that it could have been Kree. Carol Danvers has been messing around with a lot of the Kree kind of stuff. So does she find that second bangle and then they like, switch places like that or something like that?
And as far as I know, no one knows the answer to these questions. No. I've watched many reaction videos. I don't know.
It's, to me, the best possible way to hype up a movie that a lot of people, probably ourselves included, they weren't really excited about it.
Yep.
I was more excited to see what they were going to do with Rambo, because she is not a Carol Danvers fan anymore. So I wanted to know more about that. But now with this, they're doing it. Hey, thank you, Kyle. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it, bud. Just found your channel thanks to John Campia's new video. What? You're the second
Thank
person
you, John Campia.
that, man. Yes. Oh my god. Now I definitely gotta send him send a super chat or something next time he's live. Oh my god. I gotta watch the last video. I didn't know I wind up not watching. I usually watch it when I'm at work because I can put it in the background and they're nice long videos. So like they're like what, 2 hours long, something like that. So
they're all 2 hours long. All of them are.
Yeah. Which I love those kind of stuff, which is kind of what we do at times.
Yeah, it's mostly us.
Because I get it. You don't watch us live, but throw us on at work tomorrow. Or something like that. That's what my girlfriend usually does too. Like, I don't have to keep adding videos every 10 minutes. But man, thank you, Kyle. We super appreciate it. And you came in like at a great time because we're about to hit 300 and we're gonna do another giveaway at the 300 sub mark. So John just made a video talking about jumping to other YouTuber streams. That's awesome.
It was amazing when he did it though. I was so like, We were both like, "What the heck just happened? Is that really John Campion?"
Yeah, I didn't believe it because sometimes people make this stuff up. It was only like 5 minutes, so don't worry.
Hey,
either way, man, just
amazing.
him saying the name is super crazy. That is awesome. We appreciate it, Kyle. I mean, it really does like mean the world. And then him doing that, yeah, we were like, no, this can't be you. This can't be you. Yeah.
And they were like, well, I've been watching you for years. They were like, yeah, all of us have. We all been watching you for years. Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah, because we're all like movie fans and stuff like that. So yeah, but cool. Yeah, we appreciate it. Like I said, we're gonna do a giveaway pretty soon once we hit 300. We did one for 100 and 200, and now we gotta do something. We gotta do something really cool for 300.
Really
I don't know what yet, but we kind of from 200 to 300 was pretty damn quick. I did not expect that. So yeah, we'll do something fun though.
We'll do a video. We'll figure that out.
Oh yeah, it'll be fun. So back to the post credit for Miss Marvel. So yeah, we're talking Miss Marvel in case you haven't watched it. We're talking about one of the most important parts of the whole freaking thing was setting up the Marvels, which is the Captain Marvel movie too. Yeah. I don't know, I'm super excited.
It's just so weird. I thought it was so weird. So we have so much information. Seeing how we got the Miss Marvel name, like her dad gave her the name. Say your name Kamala. What does it mean in English? Marvel. You are Marvel. Yeah. You are a Marvel. You're my little Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I know that was so cute.
I was like, all right, cool. And then the costume her mother ordered for her, that was amazing. And then, just her friends and how good they are for her, that was amazing. But there's nothing better than X-Men. So this is like a series that no one would have believed is going to be the one that's going to bring you X-Men.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, the show so far up to the last episode was fun. It was good. I think we've been enjoying it a lot, And then I think what was really going to stick the landing, if this was going to be one of those higher end kind of Disney Plus MCU shows, was the ending, and it did it. It did it, And I loved how this Kevin Feige is like, okay, keep underestimating this show. Keep saying it's for little kids and little girls and stuff like that. Because you had all these other channels saying like, oh, I saw the first 2 episodes. This is definitely for little kids. This is definitely for little girls, which it kind of was. It had that parts CW, but I mean, a lot of people I think you can relate to like generational trauma, parent issues, stuff like that. And then the ending, that was it.
Oh, every time you play that, makes me want to go get a bowl of cereal. Get a bowl of cereal and let's go.
Yeah. I might rewatch it. I got the entire series on they have it on freaking Disney Plus now. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, so that's gonna be super fun. Oh man, yeah.
So this is a very good episode. It was very entertaining, and I'm so happy for all the things we've seen, but I really want to know more answers. I want to know what really happened at the end. And I don't think we're going to know until the Marvels comes out.
Ooh, that's a good question. Do you think Kamala's grandmother comes from a universe of mutants? Maybe. Like that light universe that they... Well, that was was that a universe or a...
It was.
A reality or... I forgot. That was...
No, so clandestines and all that stuff is a different. It's a different
realm.
Universe, different realm, exactly.
Realm. That's what it was. Yeah.
So, and her being Jen, what is just like saying that you have mutant because she has her mother's genes and she has her father's genes, and so the mutated genes will make you a mutant. So I can see that coming out that way.
Yeah. I think they're gonna explain it a little bit more, because you got to figure this the snap, the blip or whatever,
But blip.
yeah, well, Brandon really hates it. I don't mind as much, But the blip caused the whole Eternals issue, of what was it called? It's been I only seen that movie like twice.
No one has seen it more than
the
twice.
Awakening or whatever the hell it was of
That's
the
exactly what it was.
Celestial.
Yep.
I forgot what it was called. Was it? It wasn't.
It's the Awakening.
Was it?
I think it was.
No, it had a cooler name.
Yeah,
than
Awakening. Yeah.
But
whatever. Yeah.
I mean that affected that. I was like, if that thing affects something like that, I can see how maybe it affected that way. I can maybe the realms too. Like if you already got different people from different realms breeding with humans, you're gonna get mutations. That's just kind of like that should be easily explained. Like, and Kamala is just she's a great granddaughter. So you how many other people and
but does that mean
how
Cameron?
many other things?
So Cameron might be a mutant too.
I think right. I guess he would be considered a mutant.
Yep, because his mother from that is one gave him the powers, but also his father's probably of this world.
Yeah. But what if it's not just that realm or that universe? What if it's like any other realm breeding with humans? Would that kind of cause different things? Because then you can start getting into like why some mutants, like the sewer, I can't think of their name, but the ones in the sewer, why they're like too ugly, like they're really kind of like hideous to look at. Why they might have that is because like, oh, they come from this realm, they're started bringing from there, and then some other ones are like have angel wings because they came from this realm. I don't know. I mean,
it opens up a whole world of possibilities and allows Marvel to do whatever they want to do with these new ideas, this new way of doing it. It doesn't have to follow our comics. Me and you are big comic book guys. Watch thousands of comics. Ready to watch all these comics. Doesn't mean that you have to follow it. You could do whatever you want with the story. So I'm interested to see which way Kevin Feige wants to go with this.
Yeah. I mean, especially now I think he has most of his toys back. I think they got rights to Hulk, right?
Yep.
I think
World War Hulk is gonna be awesome.
I mean, can they do it?
They have to,
because it's already kind of been done with Thor Ragnarok.
No, but you could do other things with World War Hulk. It's especially now. I mean,
but that was Planet Hulk, but World War
Planet Hulk, yeah.
Well, yeah, World War Hulk. Yeah. I mean, you could do something.
Definitely could do it.
Yeah. I mean, really the only one that they don't fully own is Spider-Man, but right now Sony's like, yeah, make us money. Like I mean, and
you're gonna have Tom Holland for at least 3 more movies. So, and then after that, you got Miles Morales coming in, and this is good.
Yeah, and bringing mutants in, even if it's this way, I think a lot of people are upset because it came in this way. Which I get if you're a fan of the comics, but also just because you're a fan of the comics doesn't mean it needs to be a copy and paste from the comics.
As we've seen with the boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Enhance the boys by not copying and pasting.
Yeah.
I thought that was a much better way to do it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. General ideas and ideas of where you want to go with it, but then the details is what you kind of changes the story and makes it its own. So,
Kyle says, I totally agree about them not needing to follow the comics exactly. I grew up with a Spider-Man that web shoot out of his body. Exactly. Where are your web shooting out of? I don't understand. Where did it come from? Oh man.
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think Kevin Feige is the guy. Hopefully, I think he's been giving a lot of leeway to a lot of different people.
Directors.
That's the rumor is he used to have his hand on top of everything, and now he's so far. I don't know.
He's allowing the directors to form and do the things that they're known for doing. So if you have a great director, you're going to get great films that make sense for coming from that director. And I'm happy that they're doing that. But we are getting a lot of people complaining because there's a few things. One, the more movies we get and the more shows we get, the more saturation we're getting with all these superheroes. So when it becomes oversaturated, you have to change it. Oversaturation means you cannot use the same thing as you have from the comics. So I think that's why it has to change with directors.
Yeah.
I think that's really important to be able to do.
Yeah, you got to experiment and try new things. Which, like Kyle was saying, they kind of did that with this one too. You said the most important thing about Miss Marvel was them exploring and honoring her culture, and they succeeded. Exactly. And I know we talked about it earlier, and I think we talked about it every time we talked about the show. Is they were able to if you were able to connect to what she was going through in some way. You know, if you were that kind of first generation, you know, from an immigrant family, you can really connect to a lot of it. You know what I mean? But even then, like, you know, wanting to go do stuff and your parent says no, you know, so you run away, getting punished, stuff like that. Like parents intruding on what you like because
even if you're a parent and wanting the best for your child, you know, and what her mother says, she says, I apologize for if I'm holding on too tight to you because I see how you're growing up and I'm not ready to let you go. That is what every parent goes through. And that's exactly what, you know, everyone needs to understand. It doesn't matter what culture you're coming from. All parents who love their kids have that problem.
Mm-hmm.
When do I let go? How can I let go? You know, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing it through different cultures is so important. It's so great. And I really enjoy what they did with that. And I enjoy what they've done with all these cultures. You know, no matter if we're talking about Wakanda Forever or we're talking about I mean,
who's it? I have a brain fart with the other
yeah.
one. I mean, even you had a lot of Egyptian kind of stuff with
exactly
the other one, but you know, yeah. I mean, I don't know. They're able to hit on it, and it hit. I thought perfectly. Where it's something that makes you who you are, but it doesn't define who you are. I don't know if I'm saying that right. You know, it's like it's part of you, but it doesn't make you like who you are. You know what I mean? And even like the I can't think of his name, the guy from the mosque. You know, like I thought he was gonna be one of those kind of like crazy, super religious kind of characters that, you know, they tend to do, especially with like Catholic with priests and stuff like that. And they made him very understanding, you know, and very, you know, but they teased it.
He understanded his flock, and that was really cool.
Yeah, you know, so yeah, definitely her and her culture played a big role. Also, how many people are gonna like look up the partition, you know, after this?
Exactly,
You know,
I did
because of this.
You know, I did. You know,
yeah. You know, I mean, like I don't have really any like Indian Muslim friends. You know, I just not where I grew up around. One of my girlfriend's best friend is Indian. So like I don't know. Like I'm kind of curious to see what she thought about the show, even if she watched it. I know she's not a big like nerdy kind of person like that. But I know she does watch it because her husband, you know, does like some of it. But you know, I'm curious with that, you know, because like one thing they said, like, oh, every Pakistani has a partition story. So I'm like,
yep.
So, you know, I'm like, so if I wonder if any like Indian people from India have like kind of a story that might affect them as well. I don't know. I mean, throwing actual history in it.
And I love the fact that there's different type of Muslims. And then, I mean, I think my favorite part of this entire episode was when she was like, all right, guys, I have something to tell you. I am the light girl. And her dad was like, no, really? Her brother was like, I can't believe it. And her new sister-in-law was like, really? Like, it's like, she told you all. It's like, of course.
Yeah.
She told him. He has his phone on speaker, so we all knew.
Even my girlfriend laughed at that. She's like, oh, my dad does it all the time. You know, because I'm like, yeah, you know, it is. He's like, it's just so convenient. I was like, so yeah, I mean, you know, but it makes sense. Like, yeah, it was a little funny and goofy, but it makes sense because of course she would tell the family.
First thing she do, she's gonna call her husband, tell him.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah. Oh, same. I can't wait to see all the kids dressing up as Miss Marvel this Halloween.
Yeah, that's gonna be so very cool.
Yeah. I know, like you said earlier, like one of the best costumes in the MCU. I think and has one of the better meanings behind it. It's just not something that just was thrown on. Like it actually has purpose. Like it came from the mother, and the mask came from her best friend. Is just perfect. I don't know. It was really
you're right.
really well done. Yeah, it was refreshing to see her parents supportive and accepting of who she was. Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want to see, and that's what you didn't always get with Spider-Man, even though Spider-Man's probably my favorite of all the superheroes, but that's what you didn't get. She got that. She has that support from a family who didn't try to hold on too hard either, as you said before. So I think that's just such a good way of ending it, and I'm just excited to see where they go with it. And I'm now excited for the Marvels because I wasn't before. Brie Larson is not my favorite. It's just what it is. She's not. But I am now super excited to see what they do with it.
Let me see. When is the release date of the Marvels? I know it's next year.
Yeah, I think it's like May of next year.
Yeah. I got July 28th of 2023. But honestly, that can easily change. Easily can change. I think we might get something a little bit more concrete next week. I can see that. Like, if this show is getting all the hype that it is kind of getting on Twitter and stuff like that, you need to stay on that. You already said you're doing X-Men 97 stuff there. You need to really capitalize on Miss Marvel.
All right. So they did the thing with X-Men. Are you expecting for them to release casting information about Wolverine or Mr. Fantastic next week?
Wolverine is a stretch. That
he's the one. You hear
oh yeah,
that's the guy you hear. You're thinking
of Egerton.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Taron Egerton, whatever.
Something like that. I know he put out that he was speaking to Kevin Feige about it. I don't know what that means.
By that, he means he's begging Kevin Feige, like, please let me be him, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm excited for the Marvels, and it's because of DaCosta, the director. Oh, okay. I love her take on Candyman. Yeah.
You said
it again. Go. Yeah, go back and watch our review. We did
Nope.
I almost said it again. She's a fantastic director. It will be the first black woman to direct a Marvel movie. Oh, yeah. I think probably only the second woman too. So
yeah,
because Chloe Zhao was the first woman, and now you got
DaCosta.
Yeah, DaCosta. Yeah, DaCosta. She that movie was awesome with Yaya in it, which was so. Yeah, you gotta check that out. Because that was well, just me and Will. That was before you came on and joined us.
Well, you allowed me to. I was still there. You just allowed me to come in.
No, dude, we were doing the other show, and I'm like, why are we doing it two separate places?
Doing both shows.
Do it once. Well, yeah. She's the fourth woman, really. I'm trying to think. That directed a movie.
I think you're right. I think he's.
Yeah, I can't spell
because Captain Marvel.
Who did Captain Marvel?
Anna Bolden, right? Anna Bolden did Captain Marvel, I believe, and then Zoe Zhao.
Oh shit! Did I miss the notification?
And then who did Black Widow? Kate Shortland.
Oh, and yeah,
Kate Shortland, and then Nia DaCosta. I think he's right.
Yeah, there you go. The Black Widow was Shortland. Zhao was Eternals, and yeah,
Anna Bolden was
Anna Bolden,
Captain Marvel,
co-director.
Yeah.
Move the kitty. Yeah, I know, bud. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so yeah. All right. Yeah, I completely forgot about Black Widow and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Because they're definitely on my lower end.
I
of the
liked
MCU
Black
movies.
Widow. It just should have
I
came out.
liked it. It just
Should have came out 2 years beforehand.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to count Punisher Warzone as a Marvel movie. Man.
I don't know if I could count Punisher Warzone.
I mean, it was a Marvel movie. It was an MCU. Yeah. They technically would have been the fifth. Warzone, I think by then people were kind of over the Punisher because it was just not done well the past couple times.
Great casting.
Warzone was okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Great casting. They hit it right, hit it out of the park. I mean, honestly, casting, you just gotta. Once again, I think writing is the thing that you really need for something to be great, for you to really enjoy it. You need great writing, and we haven't had great writing in a lot of our stuff. And I was thinking about this since phase 3, we've had a lot of fan service.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Really, I mean,
yeah.
Anything the fans want, we've got it in the MCU. So
this phase, I feel like a lot of people are like mad about it and stuff like that, which I kind of understand, but also I can't be mad at least trying something new. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't like the Eternals, it was very much a Chloe Zhao movie.
Yep,
very much so. You know, same thing with Ragnarok, and even more so with
they
Love
doubled
and Thunder.
down.
Yeah,
I was Taika said he would come back for a third one.
Did he?
Yeah, he said I'll come back for a third. I would definitely do it as long as Chris Hemsworth will come back as Thor.
And then he said what he would do with it. Did you read that?
No.
Oh, it pissed people. Well, also Taika's a very kind of a troll, I guess, kind of like he knows how to piss people off. And, you know, and he said something. He goes, "Oh yeah, I'll come back, and Chris Hemsworth will do it, and it'll basically be a giant road trip movie." I was like, "What?
What?"
And it's funny. I'm like, "Oh, he's not serious," but the whole time I'm like, "It is Taika. He might do something stupid like that. Like it might be a road trip with him and Love, like traveling the universes."
All right,
I don't know.
I got one.
Wait, hold on. I want to go back to what you said because you said Wolverine or Mr. Fantastic. Wolverine might be a little bit of a stretch, but if they do any X-Men, it would be Wolverine for sure. Like kind of how they did with Blade.
Yep.
Like you like even though it might be 5 years from now, you introduced, which is good and bad because they did that with Black Adam with The Rock, and it kind of.
But that's DCEU. I mean,
yeah, they have issues, but I am predicting they're gonna say John Krasinski is Mr. Fantastic, and he's gonna direct the Fantastic Four.
I would not be against that.
I that's what I'm calling. I think that's what they're gonna say.
That's a mic drop moment. If you get it right, that's a mic drop moment. I hope you're right.
Oh, we need to talk something. We'll do a goat scream moment. Just, I don't know.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put this like right here. Like, I don't know.
He screams across the screen like that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is something totally kind of off.
But yeah.
Do you think that they're going to allow people to come back from the afterlife in the MCU now? And that's what they introduced with Natalie Portman going to Valhalla. Are they going to allow people to come back from the afterlife?
I think so. I mean, you can't get mad at it because they do it in the comics all the time. Like all the time. You know. So, but also people get mad of stuff in the movie when it's in the comics. So I don't know. You know, like things could happen in the comics and people get upset. Things don't happen in the comics and they're still upset. Either way, I don't know. But I think if Kevin Feige does it where it makes sense, or at least it kind of makes sense, you might not like the reason, you know, like the whole like drunk Thor with the hammer kind of moment. You might not like it, but at least it's a reason. If he does something like that, I can see that.
We
I think
definitely
will
will see
see
Loki.
Odin and old Loki again.
Mm.
That'd be interesting.
That'd
The Loki that we got in Endgame, or not Endgame, Infinity War.
The old Loki, the green and yellow, the one who died in
Oh,
battle.
that'd be interesting. That'd be cool. I like that. Yeah, because he's a big actor. You don't get an actor like that just to play, what, 2 episodes and kill him off. Yeah. Odin.
I think Anthony Hopkins is gone. He's done. And
yeah,
Thor is now, tapping into the Odin Force. So because of that, I feel like Thor is going to be the Odin. You don't need that. And now, even with Zeus coming after him and Hercules being there, I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem.
Yeah. And then I want to see more of Jane as Mighty Thor. Same.
I think that's the only reason she did the movie, though.
Because they told her more.
No, because they told her this could be a one-off if you want it. You're not pigeonholed into this contract where you have to do 5 movies. She's like, this could be a one-off, but it also could be more because she still cross the veil and still do more if it was taken the right way. So I think that she could go either way. And I think Natalie Portman liked that.
Yeah. I guess definitely see that happening. And I know Kevin Feige said that's kind of a thing that they're trying to do more, is not have these crazy long contracts because what was because if you don't strangle somebody into a long contract, you can get some of these bigger actors. Like, hey, it's just gonna be 1 or 2 movies. I mean, not everyone's gonna sign a 20 movie deal like Sam Jackson. So.
Or do you think that we're going to see Robert Downey Jr.?
No, I think he's done.
You don't think that the reports of him being in Secret Wars is true?
I don't see it happening. One, because
it's a one-off. I could see it. It's a one-off.
I think he's burning some bridges, though. When he left the MCU, he kind of unfriended like everybody. I'm gonna say almost all of them, but yeah, pretty much almost all of them. He bitched out Chris Hemsworth. Like, he said something about Chris Hemsworth allowing his daughter to go on like a ride where she wasn't tall enough, and he said something kind of stupid, like, oh, that's not safe. Blah, blah, blah. I forgot what he exactly said, but I don't know. I don't think he's as buddy as we thought he might have been with some of these guys. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be against it, but I don't know if he would want it. Once that Iron Man money starts drying out, though, we'll see, because Dr. Doolittle ain't gonna cut it. So we'll see. Like I said, I wouldn't be against it, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind like somebody like Tom Cruise, like, showing up and being a new Iron Man for half a movie or something stupid. Because I think the shorter contract is a smart idea too.
They were going to get the thing with Tom Cruise has to run. Like, you don't have to run. You're Iron Man, bro.
He's gonna run as the suit's like
coming on him,
and then he flies. Yeah. Because I think the shorter contract is a smart idea too. Yeah. I would really love to see Marvel do one-offs that aren't connected to the MCU. Like, what about finally giving us Channing Tatum Gambit movie?
I don't think Gambit can hold the whole movie, but I wouldn't mind seeing Channing Tatum as Gambit.
I like Channing Tatum. I really, really do. He's a good, goofy actor. It depends on how you want to go with Gambit, I think. If you want Gambit to be how he was in the comics, I don't know if Tatum's the guy. If you want Gambit to be more of a little bit of a goofy kind of character, I could see Channing Tatum. I don't know. That's interesting. But the one-offs, I don't mind the one-offs. Like I would even kind of consider the Thor movie to kind of be a solo movie. Granted, you had Guardians a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah, but it was
really,
it was
really. it's setting up something going forward, but it's not really directly connected to the MCU big picture right now. So,
agreed.
But yeah, Channing Tatum as Gambit. It sounds cool. It sounds fun. Channing Tatum is super awesome. I mean, he has one of the best things like all the time. All the time. I go to my girlfriend and he goes, "My name's Jeff." I say that all the time to her, and
she rolls her eyes every time.
Oh yeah, I do like I say like the stupidest shit, and yeah. So I mean, and that's Channing Tatum being like perfect Channing Tatum.
But I can see Channing Tatum. I can see Method Man as a bishop. I can see them doing that. But we had to get to. I think next week we're going to see a lot more about X-Men. I think they're going to take advantage of this whole X-Men thing.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, I think X-Men 97 series will be the first one-off thing that Marvel Studio explores. Even that they saying might be canon to, because it's a continuation of the 97 series, right? So it's a continuation, which I'm curious. I don't know how that ends, because I don't know if you've seen it, but at the end, basically Xavier's dying and has to go with his space girlfriend to live.
Yes, he does. You're right.
And Magneto gives up on his whole utopia to go help, Professor X. So I'm really curious to know how they're gonna continue that story. But they said it might be canon.
It's gonna be Thor's gonna be with spaceship Hulk and all these things.
Yeah,
it's all in space.
Yeah, I definitely can see that. But I mean, then even I don't know. But I'm so excited, man. I mean, this show is made for us. People
Exactly.
late 30s, early 40s. Yeah.
Grew up as nerds and still nerds as they grow.
I mean, without doubt, this show is what made nerds. This is the show. I would say this, X-Men, and the Spider-Man and Batman anime series. So that's what made
no music that's more synonymous with first Saturday morning and a show than
yeah. I would say the Batman animated one was pretty good too.
The Batman animated is great movies. They're great movies. It's a great show. But I don't think you have music like that.
No. That was the peak of the peak. But even the Spider-Man techno kind of like Spider-Man. I forgot, like like that was a good one. When you hear the animated Batman the Anime series music going, it's still kind of like, I don't know, it's just music that brings you back, like you said, in front of the TV. I've been binging the anime series for the first time. Oh man, currently on season 3, just wrapped up the Dark Phoenix saga. It's probably the best
version that's ever been done. It's not probably, it is the best version that's ever been done.
Yeah.
And Fox just couldn't deliver on it, and they should have just left it alone.
Fox, the cartoon, when they owned it, they still had a lot of issues with it too, with the anime series. When you start getting to the end of the cartoon, you'll notice animation style change, and the whole show kind of changes. And you're just like, wait, what? And it just like they there's like, don't worry, kids are watching it, they don't give a shit. And a lot of them did.
And also, it's not just kids.
Yeah. I know my grandfather would watch it with me because he was kind of big, not too big into like comics and stuff, but he did, read a lot of the comics or some comics.
Said nerds have been passed down from generation to generation.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like ever that outtake with Will Ferrell. He goes, just like my father and his father before him. Whenever I think of stuff like that, like, that's how my father taught me, and his father taught him.
Oh my gosh, that's great. All right, it's been long enough. I think we good.
Yeah,
we good
we
with
get
this
out of here.
episode.
Yes. Oh man, thank you, Kyle, for coming in and subscribing. We appreciate it. We're here every Monday and Wednesday, live, and then we sprinkle in a lot of the edited versions and stuff like that during the week. In case you missed it, a little smaller, digestible. But yeah, we're here every Monday doing movies, and every Wednesday talking TV and streaming. So, but also Low-Key Cave, we appreciate it. He was a hype for us. Seeing us in John Campia's show.
We got Murder Savage.
Murder Savage.
Yeah.
Even one of my buddies, Isai. Thank you for coming in on the Facebook side, and Martin, of course,
and M. Stanley. Coming back early. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on our road to 300, guys. This has been fun. Thank you all for coming in and streaming with us, and just please continue to give us comments, and we'll continue to talk back to you guys. And hopefully I'll see you guys. We see you guys on Monday or Wednesday, or like with me and Tank, you see us every day of the week because we're here all the time.
Yeah. That's our schedule for the Nerd Huddle. So Spoiler Kings are part of the Nerd Huddle production. So we are the kind of the movie part of it, and then we got Panda and Grizzly, Dynasty Pylon, and Morning Spike, which is a lot of pretty much football. A lot of football, NFL, fantasy football, and stuff like that. So if you're into any of that stuff as well, come check us out over there. In
case you guys wonder, we're nerd jocks. That's what we are.
We're nerdy jocks. Yeah, exactly. So, but that's it. All the links are in the description for all of us over there. If that's what you like, you want to watch some football. But cool.
Yeah. Say something.
Get out of here.
I appreciate them.
Yeah, dude. I gotta find this clip. I'm gonna find the clip. It's a 2-hour, 15-minute stream.
No,
so
but it's only 5 minutes stream that he did. So we got this. We'll be on very soon.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man, yeah. But cool. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Well, we will see you guys next week. I don't know what movie we're talking about, but we'll figure it out.
Stranger Things.
Yes. That's on the list. We got to do that sooner than later. It's gonna happen. But
all right.
Thanks, guys. Let's get out of here. Yep. Thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.